it's Miss Lacey here from the Lafayette Public Library, and this week's Teen Grab and Go craft is mini yarn hats. In your kit, you're gonna have some yarn. It could be two different colors, or it could be ombre colors or multicolored. You're gonna have a piece of napkin or tissue paper, and you're gonna have part of a paper towel roll. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is you'll need a pair of scissors at home, and you're gonna cut you a piece of the paper towel roll so that way you'll be threading your yarn on it. It only needs to be about 3/4 of an inch thick. You'll take your scissors and just cut straight across. You can put that to the side. And here you have your piece, your base. Next thing you want to do, if you have two different colors, you want to decide on a type of pattern. If your yarn is one color or ombre color, then you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to keep threading them one after the other. But if they are a pattern, like this one here, I did 3 yellows to 1 purple. So I think for this one, we'll do 3 purples to 1 yellow to make it different. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is grab your piece of yarn and you're gonna put both ends together, and then you'll have your loop. You're gonna take your little ring and you're gonna pass the loop through the ring. Then you're gonna take your ends and go over the ring and through the loop, and then pull to get tight. And there is your first threaded piece. So we're gonna do 2 more purples and then a yellow. So again, 2 ends together, pull your loop through the ring, and then pull your ends over the ring and through the loop. And then pull to make it tight. And then pull it up against the other one. Okay, so now we've got the 3 purples, so now we're gonna do a yellow. Same thing. So as you can see, this is a pretty easy craft. Okay, so we've got the yellow there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a yellow on the other side too. So now we have our pattern. So now we can just fast forward as I work through this entire ring, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so as you get closer, you'll notice that, the colors are gonna start going into each other. You're gonna reach an end point. So you kind of want to make a judgment on what color you're gonna end on so that the patterns match up correctly. So just be aware of that, but don't worry about it too much because there's gonna be room for you to either spread these out or push them in tighter to make it fit. So as you can see, it's pretty close here. I can either make these tighter and make another yellow and then a set of purple, which I think that'll make it look better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna be finishing out with this last purple piece. Oops. Okay, so now we're gonna pull all these strings tight, make sure everything is straight, that the patterns all match up, that there's nothing being covered, everything looks even. Okay, so now you're gonna notice you'll have some yarn left over, and that's fine because it depends on which way you go with the pattern, but we also put extra in there just in case for whatever reason you might need it. Okay, so now you can put that to the side, you don't need it anymore. So you're gonna brush all these strings out this way, okay? And then you're gonna take them all and gather them together and push them through the hole. So you're gonna push them out through the other way. So get all those evenly pushed through. And you can kind of pull from the strings so that everything's nice and tight. Make sure everything kind of stays straight though. If there's any stragglers that need to be pulled, because you want all the lines to match. Okay? Now, here's where the tissue comes in. All right, so you've got your paper crumbled up. You're gonna stuff it inside just to where it's not sticking out of the bottom, but push it through just a little bit so that these strings have something to attach to, like to wrap around. Okay? Then you're gonna take one of the extra strings and you're going to tie a knot around these to secure them in place. And while you're doing this, leave this knot loose. Grab another piece, yellow or whatever color you want. I'm going to do another yellow. So if you're going to turn this into an ornament, you need an extra string to hang it with, right? And these strings are pretty short already, so you're going to want a little extra string in there to make a loop. So we're just going to let that kind of hang out. Okay, so now you're going to gather them up and you're going to pull tight, 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 tight. Okay, keep that extra long one out of the way. And even though you have it real tight, you're going to want to double knot it. So go back through and make another loop and double knot it. And see, actually this extra string could have been used for the loop. So, little note there, side note. Okay, so now you can take this leftover string here and tie it together to make your loop. That way you have something to hang your little mini ornament with. Make that good and tight. Cut the excess off. Make sure your little pom-poms are straight. And there you have it, mini yarn hats.